Hello, my name is Cher Grieving. This is my screencast for EDL 850, Module 1. On my opening screen, you can see what is important to me. In the upper left, certainly my faith, my family, and my friends are very important to me. I also enjoy athletics of all kinds. I enjoy Kansas City Royal baseball in the summertime, listening to it while we work. And in the fall, I love attending Kansas State football games. I love attending basketball games. I have a fond place in my heart for Manhattan, Kansas. That is where most of my family is from. And finally, the Logan Trojans. I teach and coach in Logan, and so therefore the Logan Trojans are very important to me. On this next screen, you can see my family, my husband Colby, to whom we've been married for 25 years this month. Our children, Kaylee, who is 23, she just recently graduated from Kansas State University and is working full-time in Manhattan. Our daughter, Kristen, who attends Cloud County Community College and plays volleyball there. She will then transfer on to gain her bachelor's degree in elementary education. Her goal is to teach and coach. Our son, Colton, is 17. He will be a senior at Logan High School. And our daughter, Cameron, who is 15, who will be a sophomore at Logan High School. We live on a generation farm where we raise several crops and many head of cattle. We enjoy helping Colby on the weekends and in the summertime when we can with the crops and cattle. My hobbies include singing and playing for church, attending athletic events of all kinds. Of course, I'm coaching. When I'm not coaching, I love to watch and just simply being with my family. I have 23 years of experience in teaching and coaching, all at Logan USD 326 Junior Senior High School in Logan, Kansas. I did not mention this on my screen, but for the first 10 years of my teaching experience, I was an elementary music education teacher. That was not planned, but that was the job that was open when I obtained my bachelor's degree from Fort Hays. And so I said, yes, I'll go for it. And 1 year turned into 10 years while raising my family of 4 children. After that, I decided to pursue my master's degree from UNK in special education. I then became the 7th through 12th grade special education teacher at Logan, and that is what I'm currently doing. 2 years ago, my principal came to me and asked me if I would be willing to step into a general ed classroom, 5th through 7th grade social studies. We had a shortage, and we needed a teacher for 3 hours of the day, and my special education co-op agreed to contract me out, so to speak. So I also now currently teach 3 sections of junior high social studies. For 23 years, I've been coaching junior high volleyball and basketball, and I will begin my 3rd year of being the junior high athletic director this coming school year. When I reflect on school law at USD 326 and our administration and what I know about their knowledge, I am very comfortable, and I have been. I've actually taught under 4 principals, and I will say the current principal and the previous principal that I taught under were very knowledgeable of school law, and which is very assuring for teachers. And I just felt like when I needed an answer, a quick answer, I didn't have time to look it up. I still feel like I can call my principal and I will have an answer. My principal and my superintendent are proficient in their knowledge of federal and state laws. I have not had to personally deal with a lot of federal and state laws, but I have asked questions and have gotten answers immediately. I know that they are proficient in their knowledge of special education laws. When I lead my IEP meetings at school, my current principal has attended every single one of my IEP meetings, and that is 23 meetings per year. We are going on our 3rd year with my current principal, and He's been very dedicated to the special education program. And when a question arises that I can't answer just off the top of my head, he has an answer, and I know that he's spot on. He's just very knowledgeable of the law, which is very reassuring for me. He is very proficient. He has very proficient knowledge of the Board of Education handbook policies. When I first met my principal, I introduced myself. He was in his office at his desk, and he had the board book on his desk with about 50 flag sticky notes of questions that he had concerning the policy book. And he told me that he had already read it 3 times and had highlighted all of his questions. He does know the policy book. And finally, we have a separate athletic handbook, and he does know the athletic handbook as well. Many times he attends our coaches' meetings and helps us to clarify the policies that are written in the athletic handbook, such as the eligibility policy, which seems to come up quite frequently. Therefore, my reflection on the administration and their knowledge at my small school district, a small 1A school district in northwest Kansas, with right at 50 students in the high school and 30 students in the junior high, their knowledge is proficient and beyond. When I reflect on my knowledge, what do I know of school law? Not proficient. I have limited knowledge of federal and state laws. I would have to look up answers, and then even at that, I would have to ask for clarification. I feel like I have adequate knowledge of special education laws. I should have. I've been in special education for 10 years. I have led many IEP meetings, and so I should have adequate knowledge, such as parental rights, eligibility process, the special ed and related services that a child can receive, and then I know how important it is, the confidentiality. The confidentiality is so important, and I understand that, and I need to understand that to do the job that I'm doing. I feel like I have adequate knowledge of the Board of Education policy book and our athletic handbook, and that is simply because of my athletic director position that I have taken on in the last 3 years. And when in that position, oftentimes I am in the office answering questions with it might be other athletic directors from other districts, or it might be parents that are calling, and my principal has relied on me to answer some of those questions. Again, I have adequate knowledge, just enough to be able to give an answer, but certainly not proficient. If more questions were being asked of me, then I would have to call upon my principal for that answer. So what is my goal? My goal is to increase my knowledge of federal and state education laws and to become proficient with my knowledge of school special education laws and school board policies. I want to just increase my knowledge in some areas, but then make it proficient in other areas. And I feel like the strategies I am going to use to do this is, first of all, ask questions. I'm not afraid to ask questions, and I will use my resources. I've already used many of you who have already posted in this Google Plus community, and I've used you as resources, and I will listen to and observe others. I have my pocketbook of school law, and of course this entire class I can already tell is going to help increase my knowledge. That is it. Thank you for watching, and I enjoy working with all of you further this month.